Okay, it's a little cluttered in here, but see if I give a dude. Welcome back. It's the next day. We're gonna get into this 85 Vette motor. We're gonna see what's up. I'll come up with some specs on it and blah blah blah. Clean up the TV. Maybe that'll be the next video. Ooh. I'll probably yarf the cam out maybe, but we're just gonna kind of get a general idea of its bill of health. I mean, it's not bad. It's smoked. I think it was just a ring issue because I ran it without oil like 5 or 6 times. So that's not good. I'm curious to see what's up with this clutch and how terrible it is, because I smoked it. Multiple times I smoked it. The first time I drove it, I smoked it. My brother can attest to you. I couldn't figure out, if you've driven one of these transmissions, which is another thing I need to figure out, you know that it's a really narrow shift pattern, right? So your 1-2 is really long and your 3-4 is really long, but the distance between your 1-3 and your 2-4 is not much. Boom, boom, it's just a little bit. Bang, you know? So, yeah, I'm super curious to figure out how bad this clutch is. I'd really like to not buy another, but what am I kidding? I'm probably going to, because I have it out, so it'd be silly not to, maybe? Ooh. Oh my gosh, that's heavy. Oh my gosh, okay. That's not bad at all. Oh, never mind. Okay, maybe not a lot. I keep regressing a little bit. T-NKK. There's definitely some heat scoring. Oh. Okay, those are just chatter marks. It doesn't look like there's any cracks. So, I don't know, that might not be terrible. That's bad. The flywheel's got some heat marks. I'll show you guys. Alright. So, as you can see, it definitely had a angsty teenager driving it. So, there's like just barely any life left. And it's pretty chewed. Pretty chewed. Woo! Scary. There's barely any bite on these things. Okay. So, man, that's heavy. We gotta figure out what some good upgrades for this thing are gonna be, because I'm gonna hop it up a little bit, so, you know, I wonder. Look at that. It's not terrible. It's not great. I don't need to put a solid lifter motor in it. I don't need to. You know what I mean? It's a twisted game that we play with ourselves. You know? Bottom line, this is getting hopped up so that I can get back on track, because literally being off track sucks ass completely. Just kind of makes me feel like a loser. My brother's always trying to get me out there. I miss it a bunch. Yeah, it's about all the reasons that I need. So, let's get this thing on stand, tear some stuff out of it, and see what happens. Alright, really quick rundown. If you guys don't recall this vehicle, or you're just new to the channel and you haven't seen it before. It's a 1985 Chevy Corvette. Yes, I know, nobody likes these. I don't give a shit. I got it when I was 19. It was the first Corvette. It was the only one I could afford, so that's what I got. I think it was left in a field, that's why it's two-tone, and it's pretty chewed up. I'll show you some of that damage. Eventually this thing is going to get a really, really stupid over-the-top paint job, and the theme is going to be that of a retro speedboat, because they're so goofy looking. They look like a plain fuselage and a boat at the same time. And I think it's stupid, but I love it. It's so dumb. It's just a doorstop. It's a wedge. And I had so many good feelings driving this car. It was just so weird and cool in the 80s, the dash doing the weird stuff. But now that I've got other Corvettes, this thing is going to serve the purpose that I bought it for, which I did a bunch of research when I was younger, and I found out that for autocross, which is what my brother did, which is what got me into autocross, these Corvettes, the C4s, are great. Extremely quality budget race car. My brother got in this one, and with it smoking like crazy, with dead stock brakes, dead blown out suspension, he was like, holy shit, this car's fun. So it is exactly what I needed, right? It's exactly what I wanted, and it's what I got. And it's done a lot of good for me, mentally. And it's done a lot of bad for me mentally from sitting here. So, we're gonna fix it. We're gonna get it back to doing burnouts and getting on track and smashing cones, because that's motorsport, man. It's grassroots. It doesn't have to be perfect, but it's gotta be fun. And that's what it's gonna be, okay? Don't judge me, because I'm building a race car out of an 85 Vet, all right? Thinking about it now, if you clicked on this video, you're probably not one of the people that's gonna judge me for building an 85 Corvette, all right? But stay true to yourself. Okay. Smog heads, shit, poop, garbage. We're just gonna hop it up. Just a little bit, just enough. Did I mention that it needs to be budget? Yeah, I think so.
Time's been moving slowly, so we already in too deep. Can't get.
I mean, they're not ideal. And it's not like I'm going to be able to sell it and make any money, because it's a smog era Corvette cam. This is garbage now. I want more camshaft. I want more lift. I want more duration. I don't even know what the stock Corvette cam is, but I don't give a shit, because there's so many cams out there to try. So, hell yeah. Let's spin this thing. And then we'll get this oil pan cracked off and see how she looks. There's still coolant in it. I don't want to do this by hand. Ugh. I've just been informed that dinner has begun, so I would like to help and eventually eat. So, what that means is that next time you see me, we'll pull the crank in this thing, we'll do some final inspections, and you'll get some cam specs, and maybe I'll have further plans by then. I'm gonna mull it over. I hope you guys are stoked, because I'm very stoked. This car has deserved this for a long time. I've been neglecting it because I thought that other stuff on the channel would provide better results, but then I remembered that doing the stuff that I want to do is also important. So that's what we're doing. We're gonna get the 85 back on track. It'll be some fun stuff for you guys. We're gonna paint it with a crazy ass paint job. It's at least gonna be, it'll be fun. It's gonna be a fun project, because I'm over that point of like, oh, I wanna keep it pretty close to just stock, because it's an 85 Vet, 1. 2, it's my car, and 3, I have 2 other Vets. Which is a very privileged thing to say, I'm aware of that, but I've been very fortunate in that sense. So I can turn this one into a balls out race car. So that's what we're gonna do. And then eventually when we can afford it, we're gonna make it an extremely fast race car, and we're gonna hurt some feelings, because it's an 85 Vet. And C4 Corvettes are not supposed to beat other vehicles, right? Even though the Corvette Challenge series was created when these cars came out, because they were so fast and competitive for the time that everybody complained. So, you know, just something to think about. God, I can't wait to get back on track. Ooh, these things will fit a 305 square if you got the right wheel on them. You understand that? No fender flares, no nothing. I think it's gonna be a damn steamroller. Let's do this. Yeah? Solid mounts, bushings, stuff and things, and yes, dude, yes. I'm gonna spend way too much money on this. I can feel it in my bones. Everything is out. The block is not bare because I'm not really messing with it yet, and I'm not gonna strip everything else off it, pretty much so that I know I won't find anything catastrophic, and then I'll strip the rest of it down and do whatever I need to do to it. Also, I thought all Corvettes, in the history of Corvettes, besides the Blue Flame Inline 6 and the initial 265, 283, 327, blah, 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 we're all 4-bolt mains. And I'll tell you what, that don't look like no 4-bolt main to me. I don't know. Do the math and post it in the comments if that looks like not a 4-bolt main. I got a 2-bolt main block in here. That's pretty strange. That kind of shifts my plans a little bit. I don't really know what to do, because I got a block here, and also, obviously, and I got a block back there, and those are 4-bolt main blocks. This thing does not need a bunch of power. A 2-bolt main block, especially if it's studded, will hold up to a decent amount of power. From what I understand, more than enough for what you would need for autocross. But what if I get bored? Anyways, that's not the point. If you saw, this engine's pretty gross, man. It smells like it's been burning oil for a while, because it has. I can attest to that. I didn't really find any scoring or anything. There's definitely some heat in there. That might even be scoring. Also, when I did that oil change a long time ago, there's a little scoring there even. There's that one's got a good little clicky. When I did the oil pan gasket in this thing, yeah, so when I did the oil pan gasket in this thing, I had it uncovered for quite a while, and of course I don't know when to stop working and finish a project, so it sat for a little while, and I believe that is why there's a little bit of what strikes me as moisture. A little tiny bit of moisture got in the engine, it ran around, and obviously that aided in the demise of this little 350 we got here, which is such a bummer. It makes me real sad. Anyways, looking in here, cam bearings look pretty okay. I mean, I don't know exactly what a bad cam bearing looks like, but that doesn't strike me as one. Okay. Thoughts? Okay, that's about what I was expecting. Let's spin this thing around and look at some bores, because if they're pretty bad, I'm gonna have to send it somewhere to get it punched out. But then I gotta buy a whole new rotating assembly, and then I'm definitely not putting stock heads back on it. Whew. Hello? What the hell was that? Oh. Okay. So definitely a decent amount of wear in here. This is from having the engine open too long. God, man, I really am terrible. I don't know, car guy. Mediocre mechanic. Pitting. I feel like you can feel the taper in that. There's so much room you could come down on the block. Damn, dude. Oh yeah, pitting. Yeah, that's worn down for sure. Alright. Holy shit. A bunch of pitting. Crosshatches are almost completely gone. Way more pitting. Oh my gosh, man. I'm not kidding when I say I feel like I can feel the taper just with my hand. I don't know if that's horrifying. No, it is, for sure. I don't know if I'm just wrong or it's horrifying. Pitting there. Oh yeah. This block is damn, dude. All right, well, this changes things. I knew it wasn't going to be good, but I can feel that with my nail. I don't think that, I mean, obviously there's pitting. It's not horrific, but I don't know if it would clean up with a dingle ball hone, and I also don't know if that taper just means that if I re-ring this thing, it's just gonna start smoking again after a couple thousand miles. Fuck. Oh, I broke the oil dipstick. That sucks. I kind of felt that. Okay, so with that information, we shift a little bit. I'm going to show you guys what I ordered when I had big old, you know, throbbing plans for this car. Anyways, it's supposed to be a mild to relatively hot camshaft designed by Lingenfelter. Lingenfelter, if you don't know, do some Corvette Googling. They built some pretty wicked shit. I'm gonna flip out, dude. Alright. This box says Lingenfelter 74219. See, but that's a totally different 74219. Ha! Okay. Alright. Here we go. So, this camshaft, that one, that was just in my hand, looks totally different than this, but it says f***ing mother. Just for reference, you heard the Cutlass, right? Okay, so gross valve lift on the Cutlass is 485, right? Gross valve lift on this cam is 562. So that's pretty freaking wicked, by the way. Lingenfelter, that seems intense. And I'm stoked on it. That being said, a lot of budget cylinder heads only deal with 550 lift, right? Which sucks. Creatures. Okay, and then if we're looking at duration at 50, I believe this is not a split pattern. I wanted to keep it simple because I was dumb. I think it's 219 at 50. So that's, you know, that's whatever. That's a very modest camshaft. Some people, the engine building people that I know, are like, oh, it's a baby camshaft, which I took pretty horrific offense to. Anyways, I'll get over it someday. So we end up with like 0.060 more valve lift with the 1616. So, and the reason that I seem a little hesitant and I'm kind of talking down on that, I find that in a lot of engines that I've heard of people building high performance engines, people usually do a split pattern where they have a little more exhaust duration, just to help get the heat out, get all that, spent bullshit out so the clean stuff can get in. Anyways, I've been rambling for a while now. The fact of the matter is that this thing is going to need more than what I thought, and also it's a 2-bolt main. I don't even know if I want to put it back in. As a matter of fact, I'm pretty confident that I don't. I'm kind of looking at the Suburban with the 2-bolt main block, but whatever. So, anyways, so you guys will see this again, but just know that it's going under the knife pretty dramatically. You might not see it for a while. I will provide updates on the channel. And if you like Corvette stuff, obviously, I got a 2001 right there. I got a 68 Sport Wagon. Go check out the rest of my channel. And I'll see you guys around. Hopefully. Peace out. Have a good night. Remember to put oil in your engines, otherwise they'll look like this one.